Hey everybody, welcome back to this month's O.C.D gaming news. And there is so much to talk about, we're going to get right to it. First, I want to give a shout out to my very special Patreons, The Infected. If you want to join me at this level, this is one of the perks you get. So big shout out to D Cells, Sven Jacobs, Dave934, and Jess Catlover. Thanks so much for supporting me on Patreon. It means the world to me. Thanks so much for all your love and support. Now let's get to the news. I know it has been highly requested that I open up a mother effing P.O. box. So I finally did it. I finally got the P.O. box. So if you guys want to send me anything, you totally can. So my P.O. box number is 1752 Brick, New Jersey 08723. So if you want to send your girl a little something in the mail, you can. Since there is always some kind of shenanigans going on in the video game world, I decided it was time for a new segment. We already been new. We already been new. So this segment is dedicated to the obvious that we all know is obvious, but everybody tried to play us. Let's put it that way. So Days Gone came out 2 weeks ago, and it got skewered, it got lambasted, it got read for filth in the video game entertainment review system. All the reviewers came for Ben Studio and their necks. They came for their throats, they came for their necks, they came for their scalps, coming in with the low scores from like 5 out of 10s to 6.5s out of 10s, and they roasted it savagely. Okay, they were not having it. They were over it. This game, I'm not even gonna say who, but a very popular content creator, former big guy, still even bigger guy now, said it broke his heart that he had to say this, but Days Gone was just not fun, blah, blah, blah. And you know what? Okay, no hate to anybody. And everyone is entitled to their opinion. And I understand that not everybody is going to like every game, and not everybody is going to love a game or be into it. And that's perfectly fine. But all of these reviewers read Days Gone for filth. And you know what? Days Gone, Ben Studio was not bothered, bitch. They said the proof is in the pudding. Here are the receipts. Let the game get in the people's hands. We're not bothered. And you know what? The people have spoken, bitch. And they have spoken loud. They have been chosen for PS4 blogs, Game of the Month. It's been chosen Game of the Month by players all over. It debuted #1 on the UK charts over Mortal Kombat. And it beat out God of War as the fastest selling game. Sold more copies in Japan in the first week than God of War did. It outsold it. And that's no shade to God of War. That's something that Ben Studio should be very proud of. Ben Studio worked hard on this game for years and years. I love God of War. God of War deserved all the awards it got. I am not shading God of War. But this just shows you, play it for yourself. So it seems like the people have spoken. They love Days Gone. I love Days Gone. Everyone is entitled to their opinion. You can hate a game. You cannot like it. Sometimes a game just can't. Sometimes a game is just not for you, and that's okay. And I am not hating on anyone who had a problem with the game. I know there's some technical issues. Personally, with me, my playthrough, you could see for yourself on my playthrough. I have not had any problems. Maybe like one wolf going through the geometry through a wall, and maybe a few drop frames, and that's the truth. That's the realty. You can see it on my playthrough. I haven't had any kind of problems. I know a lot of people have, and that's the realty, that there is some technical issues. They had to do a lot, but other than that, I love the game. I'm obsessed with it. You know, I was there from the get, and I'm so thrilled that Days Gone is everything, and that the people have spoken. We already been new. It's time for the Gamers Court, y'all. Welcome to my courtroom once again, where we have to expose the shenanigans of the gaming industry, and we are not having it, okay? The people have walked out at Riot Games. 150 people have walked off the job last week to expose sexist culture that has been going on at Riot Games. This is what they are alleging. Allegedly, they felt so strongly about it, they staged a walkout. Because last year, if you remember, I had reported on this overt sexism, the bro culture that was going on in the company, the Riot employees. There was an expose by Kotaku. I talked all about it in my O.C.D gaming news. Okay, so what had happened was they said they were going to make changes. They said they were going to initiate change, and it was going to be part of the culture now to make these changes, and they were going to do right by the people, and they were going to turn it all around. And they have not. They have not put anything into place. The people are not having it, and they walked out and exposed them to say that this is still going on and we are not having it. About 150 of the Riot employees stepped on out because they were protesting forced arbitration and the sexist culture. They had to sign, upon agreeing to work at the company, Riot filed a motion to force 2 of the current employees into arbitration. This is where the lawsuit doesn't go in front of a jury. Riot announced that they would now allow new employees to opt out of the forced arbitration clause for harassment suits and would consider extending that to current employees. Wasn't that nice of them? As soon as the current litigation is resolved, in other words, it wouldn't help the people who already were forced to sign the statement. And if Riot doesn't do anything to change this problem that they have within the culture of this company, they're going to have another walkout on May 16th. Now, as I'm recording this, it is on May 13th at the time of recording this. This story will be developing, and I will keep you guys updated. Hopefully, Riot will do the right thing by their people and stop this culture of sexism, bro culture, and this forced arbitration, not allowing them to take it to a jury. So hopefully these people get Riot to listen to them. Now, I must say that Riot did say, to be fair, Riot did say no one in the company is to punish, or there will not be any repercussions to the employees that decide to walk out. And there were about 150 of them. So there would be no repercussions. They made sure that it was known throughout company-wide that they were not to be punished for their behavior, and there would be no repercussions for what they have done and stepping out on the company to try and resolve this. But if people within the ranks don't step up and be brave, they are never going to have the quality of life and work culture that they want and that they absolutely deserve. So I say power to the people, walk out. We need a union. The gaming world, the gaming industry needs a union. We need to speak out for these people, and I'm doing my little itty bitty part. Unionize these workers, stop this crunch culture, stop the rampant sexism in this company and other. I'm sure it happens in a lot of I know it happens in a lot of companies, but they were egregious in their corporate culture. So they have to check themselves. They need to get it together and stop with the shenanigans, stop this forced arbitration, and put actual steps into place to protect its people from the sexual harassment, the bro culture, and the shenanigans. And that's all I have to say about this. I need y'all to get out of my courtroom because I'm throwing the book at you. Guilty as charged, bitch. Guilty as charged. Do right by your people. They do right by you. Do right by your people. Now get out of my courtroom. Next case. It's happening. It's happening. It is happening, bitch. We are seeing the finish line. We are seeing our future. Neil Druckmann dropped a bomb on us last month to tell us the real motherfucking tea. Filming is finished for The Last of Us Part 2, bitch. It is finished. Mocap recording is finished, bitch. It is finished, bitch. It is finished. That means we are one step closer to our goal of my prediction. Put it on my motherfucking tombstone. September 22nd to December 21st. I am that specific. I am splitting those hairs, and I'm telling you exactly those dates. That's when the game is coming out. Because production wraps April, 6 months post-production. I'm telling you, polished post-production. We're going to have it before winter starts of 2019. I know people are doubting me and saying I'm crazy, and I don't blame you. But mark my words, this is a huge step. Neil Druckmann posted these pictures that they wrapped on Ellie and Joel's recording, the mocap recording. That's a wrap on Ellie and the most ambitious cinematic shoot we've ever done. So he not only snatched our wigs with that first statement that they were finished with the mocap recording, he snatched us bald. Bald, bitch. My hair follicles are still hurting me. My hairline is still a little sore from all the snatchery. Tears were shed. I know tears were shed, and I know if you watch my O.C.D gaming news in this whole process, you know that Tribeca already told us you're going to be crying. Don't even bother thinking about it. Worry about it. You're going to be crying your eyes out. Have the tissues ready. Have 911 on speed dial because our hearts cannot handle what's going to be happening. They're going to come for us. Tribeca tweeted right after Neil Druckmann and Naughty Dog's tweet, I have no words, only love, gratitude, and appreciation. And I was shook. You know, Naughty Dog referred to this as a nice little milestone. And I say, hell no, this is a huge milestone. They still have to put the cinematics within the game and put polish on it and finish creating, obviously. But this is a huge step. Is my prediction going to come true? You better trust this witch, bitch. I feel it in my bones and in my soul. September 21st to December 21st. It's coming, y'all. But, oh my God, when I saw that picture of Ashley Johnson and Troy and, oh, Captain, my Captain, I was like shook. I literally got teared up. I'm afraid for all of their lives. I want them all to live. It's going to be epic. It's going to be everything. Like, pay all your bills, go food shopping, say goodbye to your friends and your family. Tell them I'm not going to see you for about 2-3 weeks. Don't knock on my door. Don't ring my phone. I'm going to be busy. I'm going to be fighting in the apocalypse with Joel and Ellie. So I can't wait. My hype is off the motherfucking charts for this game. You know, I am a huge fan of The Last of Us. I stream a section of it every week for my Patreons at the $5 and above level. I played that game thousands of times, obsessed, can never get enough of it. So I am ready for it. Now, here's a little unconfirmed tea, a little secrety secret from a little tea spiller who has been known to prove that what he says is true. Whatever they said, they have been shown in the past that the tea they spill is super hot. Allegedly. Industry Insider says we'll be getting a look at The Last of Us Part 2 before E3. Now, this industry insider has spilled the tea before and has been right, bitch. So I'm ready for it. I'm ready. I gotta get my teacup ready, fill it up. I'm ready. I know we're getting something, especially since they said the mocap was finished. I know we're getting something before E3 or right around E3. I don't know if they're going to steal the thunder of another. We might have to bring them to the Gamers Court, but I will set them free. Innocent on all charges. Send us the trailer. Send us gameplay. We haven't seen anything since last year's E3 in June. It's been almost a full year. We need to see something. We are thirsty as fuck for some content, bitch. Give it to us. God of War, right? It won everything and it came for everybody last year. The anniversary was on April 20th. Last year it came out, so they were celebrating. And Santa Monica Studios came out with the behind the scenes, the exclusivo, primero impacto, behind the scenes story documentary of raising Kratos. And let me tell you something. I had to stop watching it because I got so teary-eyed at one point. It's beautiful. I'm about 3/4 of the way through. I haven't had time to finish watching it, but it is everything. It takes you behind the scenes. I love behind the scene documentaries about video games and the whole industry. I was obsessed with Double Fine's behind the scenes documentary for A Broken Age. And I love seeing everything, what makes the studio tick, what they go through. They dedicate themselves to give us these amazing games. So if you haven't seen it yet, it's on YouTube, Raising Kratos. It is everything. It gives you all the behind the scenes inner workings of what goes on, how much love and work and blood and sweat and tears, what they sacrifice. And that choked me up because I don't want anyone to sacrifice their personal life and their personal, their quality of life for a game. So I'm just very grateful. And that's why I love these games so much. I'm so grateful that they do it, but I wish they don't sacrifice as much. I don't want them to sacrifice at their own personal peril. That's unacceptable for anything, for any job, period. That's why I love these games so much. I appreciate all the work they put into it and the games. That's why when I love a game, I love a game. I do not love every game. That's why you don't hear about it on my channel, because I do not like tearing people down if I don't like a game, or if a game is just not for me. I got to keep that to myself, or just say it's not for me. I'm not going to tear apart anyone's gig, because no matter if I like it or if I hate it or if it's not a game for me, they put their ass into it. They put everything into it. They give up part of their lives to make it. So that's why you don't hear about games that I don't like on this channel. You might think I love every game. I do not. But you don't hear me talking about them, because out of respect for the people who make these games, regardless if I like them or not, I respect the work that they put in. So shout out to all the video game developers, from top to the bottom, to the receptionist and the security guard at the front door. Shout out to everybody who works in that industry, because nothing but love for all of y'all. Now, this is a perfect segue into crunch culture in the video game industry. How Fortnite's success led to months of intense crunch at Epic Games. Now, I'm not going to go too much into it, because I talk about it all the time. We need to unionize these game workers, because we cannot have people going. And Fortnite is that kind of thing. At least when you're on a game, when the game is over, there's no more work to be done on it, right? Unless it's but when you have that kind of game like Fortnite, where there's always more loot drops, and there's with Fortnite, it's constant content push for more. There's always more stuff to be done on that game. So they're never finished. The cycle is never ended. They're that hamster on that wheel, running forever, never stopping. So if there was talk about, if they didn't work, or if they took off on a weekend, someone else would do it. It was they had nowhere to go. They had to work regardless. If they took a day, it was the end of the world. And I have worked at a job like that, and that is horrific kind of work culture. There is not enough hours in the day. You still need to have your own life, and this crunch culture has got to stop. So Fortnite, I am not a fan of Fortnite. I don't play multiplayer games. No shade to the game, but I cannot support a game that doesn't support its people and doesn't make things right for them. You cannot have these people working round the clock. That ain't right. And then punishing them if they take a day off, or they take a half a day, or if they take off, forget about days off on the weekends. It doesn't happen. So we got to stop this crunch culture. You got to stop buying the games that promote and engender this kind of culture. It's not good. So I'm speaking out about it, and I am not here for it. Now, back to Days Gone. Now, I am living and breathing for that game. I love everything about it. Everything from that soundtrack to the beauty of it to playing as Deacon. I'm obsessed. But I'm not even finished. I feel like I've barely scratched the surface of it, and I've been going hard on that game. And I am enjoying every minute of it. Not only do I have the rest of the game to finish, which I'm excited to finish playing, there is going to be free DLC in June. I'm so excited, because I'm already there. I haven't even finished the game yet, and I know I'm excited to play the DLC. Starting in June, there's going to be a new survival mode, plus bike, horde, and combat challenges. I don't think I'm going to do well on the bike challenges, guys. I just have a feeling, a little psychic, I'm not going to do well on the bike challenges. Now, another game that you might have heard me talk about in the past, here and there, because it's been little to no information over the past 4 years, I would say. PlayStation Experience 2015, right before we had a trailer, a teaser for this game called Mosaic by the people who have brought you Among the Sleep, Krillbite Studios. Now, I saw this trailer and I was obsessed. Now, it's been a long ass time in development. So now all this we're waiting for, Death Stranding. We're waiting for Ghosts of Tsushima. We're waiting for The Last of Us right now. What about Mosaic? I know we're all worried about the AAA games and the pomp and the circumstance and all the big names and all the big titles. We're worried about when they're going to come out. What about the little games? What about Mosaic? There's also another game by Playdead who made Inside that they've been working quietly also for the last 2 years. Dino Patti had been working on it. Jump Ship. Jump Ship is the name of the dev company that's working on that. We haven't heard anything about that either, but that's tea for another day. Let's stick to this. Let's stay on track, DEgITx, okay? So Mosaic, they are in the final countdown stages, finally. It has been such a long road waiting for this game to come out. I know they've been working hard on this game. They are a small studio, but it looks beautiful. And I've been waiting a long ass time for this beautiful, gorgeous, creepy ass game. I love it. I'm living for it. I can't wait to play it. Look for it on my channel. You know, I don't just play the AAA games. I am a big fan of the indie games myself. I have love for them all, but hopefully it'll be coming out soon, and keep an eye out for it, looking for it on my channel. As soon as it comes out, I'm playing it. I'm obsessed. I can't wait to play it. Now, speaking of Death Stranding, and Kojima and Norman Reedus were at Tribeca last month, and Norman Reedus has nothing but love for our beloved Hideo Kojima, saying he is 100% honest. You can't fake that. They even talked about how when Norman Reedus got his hand tattooed, the little smiley face or the X out eyes, whatever, his little hand tattoo with the face, he put that into the game. He is that committed to that integrity of the character, because apparently we're going to be playing as Sam Porter Bridges and Norman Reedus, and we are him and we are them. I live for that kind of lore and that kind of theory and that backstory that I'm going to have to figure out, and my mind's going to be working overtime trying to figure it out. We're all going to be trying to figure out, because ain't nobody know what the fuck is going on with that game, and I don't even care. Kojima said he wants people to play the game and see how it reflects in the world. Now, aside from Tribeca, Hideo Kojima has been teasing since last month that he has been working on a trailer for Death Stranding to be released. Who knows? He's been teasing it. He saw like the computer screen, Hideo Kojima game, Norman Reedus, Lea Seydoux, Mads Mikkelsen. The screen looked blurry in the background, but you know, I need my magnifying glass. You could tell it's just a blurred out version of the names, like an end credit scene. He's been teasing this, so hopefully we will be getting something soon, hopefully before E3, because we need to have our own moment, people. We need to have our own moment. Kojima said we might be seeing something soon, and God, I hope so, because I need this game in my life immediately, if not sooner. I mean, to me, I feel like the game is in the final stages, polished stages by this time, and they've even said it, like he plays the game every day, so I bet you it's coming very close to the end. I'm thinking we're going to see it before the end of 2019, or at the latest, the very beginning of 2020. January 2020, if anything. It's going to give The Last of Us Part 2 time to breathe a little bit, have their moment, and then they're going to go right to Kojima. But they both were announced like around the same time, so we'll see. Okay, so you know, gaming news industry were not happy with Days Gone when they reviewed it. So what did our beloved gaming community do? The other game devs, the other big wigs in the gaming community rallied around our Ben Studio boys and girls and kept the hype going for them, kept their spirits up, because until the game was in our hands for ourselves, they wouldn't be able to judge how the rest of the world liked the game. So I feel like they did that. They were doing collabs and they were doing pictures of their main, like Sucker Punch did it and Santa Monica Studios did. They came together and they did like little collabs with their characters, with Deacon and Days Gone. And it was just a beautiful moment of showing the mutual respect and love that they have for each other, because only they, unless you're working in it and you are down in it, only you know the kind of stress and pressure that you put on yourself to put a game out. We can only imagine, but when you're living and breathing in that environment every day and you work so hard on a game for years and years and people are bashing it before it even comes out, I mean, that's got to be painful. But I am happy to report that the people have spoken and overwhelmingly has positive reviews. So I'm very happy that the community came together to show their love and support for Ben Studio. So lifetime sales to the PS4 is at 93.8 million. It is probably, I can't imagine not hitting 100 million before the next gen is released, whenever that is. Worldwide, bitch. This is incredible. It is on track for 100 million. Without a doubt, it'll reach it before the new gen comes out. I'm hoping. This was such a great iteration of this gen. I love it, and I can't wait for more, because what we've heard about the next gen, unnamed PS5, whatever that is, by Mark Cerny. He dropped that tea last month. I can't wait to play it. I can't wait to see what it's got. Congratulations to everyone at Sony for hitting this huge milestone worldwide, bitch. Claptrap claps back. The original voice actor for Claptrap for the Borderlands is not featured on the new Borderlands release. And it turns out there was some shady shenanigans going on behind the scenes with Randy Pitchford. Allegedly. The motherfucking drama. Not only is Randy Pitchford problematic as fuck, and we know he is shady with his dramatics, let's just put it that way. Eddings, the voice actor, was even considering going back to reprise his role for free in exchange for the royalties that he was owed, plus an apology for something he never spoke about. But he's speaking now, bitch. Mr. Edding accuses Randy Pitchford of assaulting him in a hotel. Randy physically assaulted me in the lobby of the Marriott Marquis in 2017. He revealed, the reveal. He said he pushed him, and a Gearbox co-founder backed up with receipts saying, I saw him push him. So he's saying that he was a witness to the alleged pushing and the alleged assaultation of Mr. Eddings. According to Landon Montgomery, Eddings approached Mr. Pitchford to talk in private and got shoved hard out of the blue. Now, of course, Randy Pitchford is denying. He is in denial that this actually happened. They are saying it didn't happen. Who do you believe? I am not about to make a judgment. I don't have enough receipts to prove it, but what do you think? So that was some shady ass shenanigans by Randy Pitchford. Regardless, he's problematic as fuck. So a former Naughty Dog employee, Robert Ryan, has left Naughty Dog and has now joined the initiative run by Microsoft. He is now the senior systems designer. He has in the past worked on Uncharted 4, The Last of Us Part 2. So now he is working for Xbox Studios. He switched sides, but that's all right. We support all the game devs on this channel. Know that I love Detroit Become Human. I played it on my channel. I was obsessed with it from when they announced it. I was so happy to play it on my channel. It was one of my favorite games from last year. Brian Deckard, who played Connor in the game, him and his wife Amelia they stream. They are now a gaming channel. They are on Twitch. They are on YouTube, and they play games on their channel. And their channel is very welcoming, loving, accepting community of gamers. It's a very positive place, and you know we love the positivity in this horrible, deep, dark world that is the internet. And not only do they support positivity on his channel, they also do not stand for any negativity or calling out. And let it be known that they are not here for your homophobia. Mr. Brian Deckard took a Twitter user to town when it came to him expressing his disgust for Ellie because they had just finished their Last of Us playthrough and the DLC Left Behind on his channel. And there was a person who was not thrilled with Ellie's sexuality shown in the game, and he was saying some very disparaging comments about gay people and lesbians, and Mr. Brian Deckard told him absolutely not. We are not having it. We are not having that hate here on this channel. Good for him for sticking up for the people. He told him, take your tweet and hit the road, Jack, because this ain't the place for you. Find somewhere else. The person backtracked and said, I just wanted you to notice me. And then he posted like sad gifs crying. It's like, take your crying gif and get the fuck up on out. Well, that's not really what he really said. What he said was, don't post crying gifs, delete your hateful comments, don't waste my time. And I love it. I support him 100%. We are not here for any of the hatred and the homophobia, and because he was saying some horrible things. Obviously, it is not acceptable at all. Coming from someone like Brian, who has a huge following, who has a huge community, the Connor Army, they do not play. He called him out directly and said, delete your hateful tweets. We are not here for this. This is not what we're about. This is not what our community is about. You got to go. When he wrote those tweets, he showed his whole ass and got called out. So shout out to Mr. Brian Decker for being a hero in the video game world and in the actual real world. Shout out to him and Miss Amelia. Someone wanted to get noticed by Senpai but got himself canceled instead. Okay, so finally it's time for some video game release dates. Most importantly, what will already be out by the time you guys see this is A Plague Tale: Innocence. You probably would have seen my videos out already because I'm obsessed. I can't wait to play it. I've been waiting for this game forever. And everyone at Asobo Studio, I just want to wish them good luck on the release, especially Miss Sarah from the community manager at Asobo Studio. She's so sweet to me. She's been in touch with me. She's the one who helped me send me the shirts to do the giveaway. So big shout out to them. They're the nicest people. I wish them nothing but the best of luck on their release. But the other release dates, I will be posting them here so you can see and what is coming up and what you are going to play next. And the beautiful artwork by our beloved Miss Rain. Speaking of Asobo Studios, speaking of A Plague Tale, she did this beautiful, gorgeous, adorable fan art of Miss Amicia from A Plague Tale. It's stunning. I absolutely love it. And she shared it on Twitter, and they saw it, they liked it, they retweeted it, and they said, how cute is this fan art? So Miss Rain Artwork, congratulations to you on the recognition of your beautiful skills and for sharing your gorgeous artwork with us. I appreciate it so much, and everybody else does too. We love your artwork. Thank you. Please give Miss Rain a follow on Instagram and on Twitter. And she also streams sometimes too. So follow her so you can find out all the tea and find out when you can see her next. And see, all her gorgeous artwork is on Instagram. Now it's time for the yes, bitch, and the mess. Oh, there was so much mess this month. I don't know where to start. So I'm going to start with the yes, because I know what my yes of the month is. You know what it's going to be for me. Days motherfucking gone. The release this month has been, aside from a slight panic attack when I heard all the bad reviews that they were getting, I was shook. I was like, literally, my heart sank for all the people at Ben Studio, because I know how hard they've been working on it. I've been following it closely, as close as a person can follow this game from the first day gone. I've been following it. Okay, so when I heard this, I was shook, and I was like, oh my God, all their hard work, I can't believe it. And then I said, DEgITx, take a step back and remember, go back in the way back time machine of last year. Speaking of Detroit Become Human, the critics in the gaming industry also panned Detroit Become Human. They were like, meh, it's all right. It's a little hokey, and like they were like ripping it to shreds the same way that they were doing with Days Gone. And I said, Detroit Become Human was one of my most beloved games ever. I love that game. So I was like, play it for yourself. Don't worry about what everybody else says, and decide for yourself if you like it or not. Don't be discouraged by these comments. And first of all, nothing was stopping me from playing the game no matter what. My heart just sank for everyone at Ben Studio. But I played it for myself. And I am, not only do I love it, I am addicted to it. I can't stop playing it. I am terrified of it. I run for my life. That music kicks in. My blood runs cold in my veins. I have 911 on speed dial. I have to like go get some heart medication, a defibrillator to start my heart after that music comes on. It is terrifying, bitch. Terrifying, but I love it. I'm addicted. I can't stop playing it. I had a mini horde in one of my episodes, and I was shook to the core. I was terrified, bitch. The terror is real.
It's horrible. It's horrible. The house. The terror is real. I'm terrified. Hold on.
It is my yes for the month. And what a resounding yes it is, bitch. Yes, motherfucking yes. I love the game. If you can see in the background, there's my Days Gone, my collector's edition, my statue is back there, my bear. I have all the tea. I have everything. I love it. I'm obsessed with it. I can't stop playing it. And I can't wait for the DLC to come out. So shout out to everyone at Ben Studio for doing an amazing job. Don't you listen to the haters, because you have all the love coming from us, the actual gamers. I'm not saying that video game reviewers aren't gamers. That's not what I'm saying. Calm it. Relax. Relax. I'm just saying that they didn't like it. And the people have spoken. Days Gone is everything, bitch. And it's giving me life. And I can't stop playing it. If you haven't played it yet, what are you doing with your life? Go play that game. I said I haven't played a Plague Tale Innocence at the time of recording this, but I'm sure this will be my yes for next month, so that's to be continued. And my mess for this month seems to be the shenanigans going on with crunch time, the horrible culture that's going on in this community this month. There was so much shenanigans with so much bad press going on for the workers in the industry who are trying to get ahead and just have a good quality of life with their work situations. So I am shouting out the mess, the motherfucking mess this month, the crunch culture that we keep hearing about every month, because you can't have people working under these conditions. It is not right. These people deserve their quality of life. So that's my mess, and I'm done. I can't take it anymore with the shenanigans. Get it together, people, and fast. All right, guys, that's it for this hot ass mess video gaming news episode. It is so long, I don't even know how I'm gonna edit this shit again. But anyway, I appreciate all the love and support you show for this channel. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for being a part of this community. I love it so much. You guys are awesome. So thanks for watching my playthroughs of Days Gone, and hopefully you'll be watching my Plague Tale Innocence playthrough. It looks gorgeous and stunning, and I'm so hyped for it. So keep the hype train going for my favorite games. And if you like these videos in this channel, please leave me a like, retweet, share these videos, subscribe. I can't get a subscriber to save my life. Come on now, help a girl out. I'm really trying to get to 10,000 subscribers, guys. Come on, let's make it happen. Pull together, community. If you can, please consider supporting me on Patreon. Every little bit helps. There's so many good perks. You get your name at the end of all these videos at the lowest level. So at the $1 level, you get your name in the video. $5 level, you get private video every week of my speedrun attempt of The Last of Us at a section each week. And it is everything. Sometimes it goes really well, and sometimes it goes really bad. Either way, it's fun to watch, okay? And $10 a month, you know, at the beginning of this video, I give a special video shout out to you guys. Survival level, you get like a private hi, how you doing message from me. It's just like a little chit chat kind of video, giving you little updates behind the scenes of what's happening behind the scenes here at the survivor level. So if you want to, please join us on Patreon and support the struggle. The struggle is real, bitch. It's so real. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. I love you guys so much, and I'll be back with more. Hold on, I'm checking my receipts. Oh, Lord. Oh, all this gossip is making me tired. This is going to be a rough one to edit. Oh, this is going to be rough to edit, bitch. Was it 2016, 2017? It was done in 2018. Okay. It's so deep, I can't even think of the word I'm thinking of. Bitch.